Hey Trevor, how do you feel overall? And did you have to do any convincing there to go get back out there for the seventh?
It felt great overall. Just frustrated with myself. I think there's a couple innings where I threw way too many pitches. A couple things went against me. There's a strikeout that wasn't called. I ended up walking a guy and throwing a lot more pitches. And so my pitch count ran up. But obviously, with bullpen game day yesterday, it was important to go as many as I could. So that was a pretty short conversation to go out for the seventh.
How many more pitches could you have thrown if you had to go, stay out there for another inning or whatever?
I don't know. I felt good. It wasn't like I was tired. My velo was good, and I sprayed the ball around a little bit that inning. Walked the leadoff guy, unfortunately, because I should have gotten to the seventh, honestly. But I just kind of cost myself with a couple mistakes.
And some guys might shy away from it, but do you kind of enjoy the energy and just kind of feeding off of a rival, the crowd from a rival?
Someone yelled. I didn't hear the middle of that question. Can you say it again?
Oh yeah, sorry. Some guys might shy away from it, but do you kind of enjoy just that energy in an opposing ballpark?
Yeah, I mean they're gonna hate me anyway, so might as well lean into it. I like when the crowd's into it, makes the moment feel bigger, and I perform better in those moments. So just feeds me.
Thank you.
Next question is from Kirsten Watson. Go ahead.
Hey, Trevor, there in the sixth, after that error, how did you have to relock in to really just kind of get through that and then to dig deep in the seventh?
I just needed to focus. It's like we still had a lead, had a one-run lead, and can't give up a hit there and go behind. So it's just part of being a pitcher and being out there. You have to refocus. You make mistakes every game, and if you give up a hit or you give up a homer, you make an error, whatever, it's all kind of the same thing.
Thanks, Trevor.
Next question is from Bill Plunkett. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, Trevor, I think when we talked about it before, you said you'd never really been a part of a rivalry like this. What did you think being a big part of it for the first time?
That was pretty fun. Looking forward to the stadium being full capacity next time.
And the wrestling maneuver there on the way off the mound, the cupping of the ear and raising your hands, was that just in the moment? What brought that on?
Fans wanted to boo me, so I wanted them to turn the volume up. Like, if you're gonna boo me, then don't. I can't say that. Don't whatever it on the mound or on the stadium. Just give it to me.
Thank you.
Next question is from Fabiana. Go ahead.
Hey, Trevor, I know you kind of alluded to it earlier, but I mean, did it take a minute after the ball that you thought was a strikeout, the 0-2 pitch, to sort of lock back in the rest of that inning? Because I think it just needed like 10 more pitches to get out of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can execute a better pitch than that. Like, I knew it was a strike. Will knew it was a strike. I think everybody but home plate umpire knew it was a strike. Having to lock back in there, obviously ended up walking the guy. So that was less than ideal, but obviously was able to get out of it. Just cost me probably an extra couple outs.
Is it more frustrating in an outing like this where you kind of know that you kind of empty the tank in a sense with your pitch count with where the bullpen's at?
Who said I emptied the tank?
Well, when they needed you to throw as many pitches as possible in that sort of an outing.
Yeah, I mean, it's always frustrating when you execute a pitch and the bat should be over and it's not. So in that sense, but it's not something that like overwhelms you on the mound or anything. It's like I said earlier, you just have to refocus and deal with the situations in front of you.
Thanks, Trevor.
We got time for one more. Go ahead, Alvin.
Hey, Trevor. In an earlier answer, you were talking about how just the negativity from a road crowd feeds you. I'm wondering, like, have you always do you feel like you've always just sort of done well in environments like that, or is that something that just developed as you navigated through your career?
I think I've always done well in environments like that for the majority of my career. Well, I don't want to say that, but for my early career, my high school and some of my college days, it was a negative environment towards me every time I pitched because it was coming from my own team. So I'm comfortable there. You know, people have disliked me for a long time, and people have tried to bully me, and I'm comfortable there.
Gotcha. And when you did what you did on the way back to the dugout, a lot of people were tweeting video of Tommy Lasorda sort of doing a very similar thing to Giants fans. I don't know if you were just sort of paying homage there, or was that just sort of a coincidence?
Probably just a coincidence. I wasn't aware of that, so just a coincidence.
Thanks, Trevor.
Reigning, defending, undisputed.